It is the kindness of a point out No destruction on its own, no destruction on account of any other factor other than itself. So on aprameyasya and aprameyasya. Aprameyasya, that which cannot be an object of knowledge for pratyakshadi pramana. Pratyaksha, direct perception, inference, like this anumana, inference, illustration, like this we have got agama, Veda. So we have got the pramana, the means of knowledge. Atma cannot be an object of any means of knowledge. How will this prove now? Aprameyasya means na prameyasya. Pratyakshadi pramanaihi aparichhedyasya ityastha. One is aparichhedya, one who cannot be ascertained by pratyakshadi pramana, by pratyakshadi pramana. So now the question is, how do you say pratyakshadi pramana cannot know? Maybe you cannot perceive Atma. Maybe you are not able to infer Atma. But don't you know what Atma is through Shastra? Why are you studying Bhagavad Gita? What is the purpose of studying Bhagavad Gita? To gain the knowledge of Atma. Is it not that Atma is known through the Shastra, Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita? No. They have a role, but not to know as this. See, if now you are studying what? Bhagavad Gita. Huh? Who is studying? Is there a person who is studying? We call him who? Pramata. Knower, a student. Is there or not? Huh? How did he exist? From where is he from? His existence on account of what? Atma. Before Pramata, the student can come into existence, Atma Chaitanya is already there and he exists, and then he studies Bhagavad Gita. Is it to know? No. Atma is already known. I am. Tell me, do you go to any discourses to know I am? If you need a verbal, if you need some discourse to know I am, which verbal है? So it is not that way. It is not. Then, what is the rule of Shastra? I know I am, but I have some wrong notions about myself. Those wrong notions have to be dispelled by Shastra. Shastra is the pramana to eliminate the wrong notions about Atma and reveal the true nature, and not to know I, Atma is. Bhashya is going to make it clear. So therefore says, Pratyakshadi pramanaihi aparichhedyasya. Aparichhedyasya, which cannot be ascertained, which cannot be known as this by the pratyakshadi pramana. Now here a doubt is raised. How do you say so? We can infer Atma. We can know Atma by Shastra. That's why we are studying Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads we are studying. We can know Atma by all this. How do you say that Atma cannot be known by this? Aprameya. Prameya, you know what is the word Prameya? I have given this word last time. So, Prama means knowledge, correct knowledge. Correct knowledge of a given thing is Prama. Pramana is the means of gaining the knowledge, jnana, sadhana. Pramata is the knower who gains the knowledge by pramana. And Prameya is the thing to be known. Prameya is the thing to be known. These words will come often. You have to be familiar with this word. Prama, correct knowledge. Pramata, the knower. Pramana, the jnana sadhana, means of knowledge. And prameya, the thing to be known. Now, aprameya means cannot be known as this. The question is, how do you say so? Because Atma can be known, this Purapaksha. Purapaksha means a contrary proposition, an objection that I don't agree. You are saying Atma is aprameya. How? He gives the reason. Nanu.
आगमेन आत्मा परिचित्यते प्रत्यक्षादीना च पूर्वम्
आगमेन आत्मा परिचित्यते. Atma is parichityate. Parichityate means ascertained, distinguished from other things. No. By what? Agamena, by Shastra. In that Purapaksha says, by Shastra it is known. It is known. How? Pratyakshadina cha purva. Before Shastra also, Purvam, before Shastra, Pratyakshadina. By directive we can know Atma. This is the contention of a school of thought called Tarkikas or Nayayikas. Or Mimamsakas and Nayayikas and Mimamsakas, different schools of thought. Mimamsaka means one who believes only in Karmakanda. Purva Mimamsaka. We are Uttara Mimamsaka. We are means those who study Vedanta, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra are Uttara Mimamsaka. Those who study Jaimini Sutra are Purva Mimamsaka. Purva Mimamsaka analyzes the Karmakanda, whereas Uttara Mimamsaka, Brahma Sutra analyzes the Jnana Kanda, that is Uttarakanda. So Purva and Uttarakanda. Uttarakanda is called Jnana Kanda, earlier Upasana and Karma Kanda. So now, Vaisheshika, or the Nayayikas and Mimamsakas say that Atma can be known by what is called as Manasa Pratyaksha. Not through Indriya, but by mind, I am, you can know. That's what they say, that's what they say, Pratyaksha. Vaisheshikas say that Shrutis like Prana, Drishti, these serve as the linga to infer Atma. See, Prana is there, must say Atma was there. Pratyaksha is there, Atma must be there. So therefore Atma can be inferred. That is what is told. Even before Agama comes in picture, Pratyaksha, Manasa Pratyaksha, or some Shruti, Anumana, by which we can know Atma, how do we say it is aprameya? So this is the objection for which answer is given. No. Atmanaha. Natah siddhatva. No. Sir, it is not correct. Why? Atmanaha svatasiddhatva. Atma is self-existent. You don't need any means of knowledge to know that Atma exists. How it is so is further being elaborated. What was the contention? Pramana, like Agama, Pratyaksha, so can or Anumana can know Atma. When you say Pramana, by Pramana you can know Atma, what have you taken for granted? You are writing the note. Who is writing? Writer. If writer is not there, what you are going to write? When you are talking about the Pramana can know knowledge, again the knowledge of Atma, you are taking for granted whom? Pramata. My dear sir, this Pramata comes into existence because of Atma. Who is the Pramata? To begin is no one. He is the knower. So knower means what? What? For knower, does it need embodiment or not? Does it need mind or not? Does it need indriyas or not? All these should operate or not? On account of what do you operate? That Chaitanya is Atma. First Chaitanya, then Pramata, then operating the Pramana. So therefore, when you are talking about the operating the Pramana, so we have already taken the Pramata for granted. Pramata you have taken for granted, no one you have taken for granted who exists because of Atma. So we mean to say, Atma who exists, already exists, you are going by Pramana. So that was not. Why? Atmanaha Pratakti Dhatva. Atma is a self-existent principle. Not only self-existent principle, self-evident principle. What is called as Swaprakasha. I am. You don't need Bhagavad Gita. You don't need a teacher. I am. How do you know? I am. Means what? It is very clear to you. What I am, different things. I am is what well known. Even a dog knows I am, it may not be able to express. Give a power of speech to dog, it will tell I am. It will ask us, which language I should use. So, or you tell me this language, I give the power to talk in that, it will tell you. That is what Vyasa did. He was going to the battlefield of Mahabharata. Once, when Mahabharata war was going on, he got fed up with this practicable war. He wanted to get lost from that sea. He saw a spider going, running. So he was very curious. Hey, where are you running? And he gave the power of speech to him because he can't speak. He gave the power of speech to that spider. I am running home. Why are you running home? Arjuna, challenge is coming. I will get crushed under that. So therefore I am running home. You are a small creature. So what? So what? Do I not love my life? Have I not loved the wife and children? Have I not a family to look after? What will happen to them if I die? Vyasa, such a great person, what a lesson. He was such a great yogi. He said, Sukha, Dukha, Bhadra, are for all the beings. He composed a couplet. Ahara Nidra Bhayamaitunani Samani Chaitani Nunam Pashunam Jnanam Narana Radhiko Visheshaha Jnanena Hinaha Pashubhistamana. Ahara, food, Nidra, sleep, Bhaya, fear, Maituna, conjugal happiness. Samani Chaitani Nunam Pashunam. For any creature, animals and the human being, one and the same. But there is a plus factor in human being. Jnanam naranam adhiko visheshana. It is something surplus, except it is something special in the human being. Jnanam. Jnanena hinaha pashuvittama. With jnana, not the academic jnana. That is necessary for you to survive in this world. Jnana about myself, about Ishvara, the reality behind the Jagat. Jnanena hinaha pashuvittama. If that knowledge is not there, that person is as good as animals. Only difference is animals are quadruped and this person is biped. So he gave the power of speech. Like that, if you give the dog the power of speech, I am, aham asmi, because it is from India. So you can learn some Sanskrit also. I am. No. Which Upanishad is studied? Where did you go to learn Bhagavad Gita? I am. So that's why Pramata exists before operating the Pramana. So that's why it says, continue.
Sensihi atmani pramadani Brahmisto bhut Pramana dveshana bhavati.
Pramatari atmani siddhi. When Pramata, the Atma is Siddha. Siddha means accomplished, exists. Pramatari atmani siddhi. So when Pramata, the Atma, why Pramata is called Atma? Without Atma, the more Pramata is not possible. So that's the Siddhi. Pramikto. Pramitum ichchuhu pramiktu. The one who is desirous of knowing. Pramikto. Pramikto. Pramananveshana bhavati. Seeking, anveshana means searching. Searching here is seeking of pramana texts. You want to listen, make your dog hear. You want to see, eat, eye, smell, nose, read, eye, like that. Sota Bhoti. So without the existence of pramata, by pramana, prameya cannot be known. Continue.
Nahi purvam Intam aham kite atmanam apramana Paschat Prameya parikhyadaya pravartate.
Because before knowing oneself, being who wants to know, pramana dveshana doesn't take place. If some aham, I am so and so, it means like this. I am like this is samsari. I want to get free from samsara, the dukkha, and therefore I want to investigate. I am told that Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads are the means of knowledge. Therefore, I want to take to study of this. So, pramana ichha. So that is it. Itham aham iti atmanam apramaya. Apramaya, without knowing, paschat, afterwards, prameya parikhyadaya, nahi pravartate, nahi to be brought on. No one takes to pramana without knowing oneself as a pramata. So first, you know yourself as a knower, and then you take to the pramana to know the prameya. Continue.
Nahi atma nama kasyachit apratitaha bhavati.
Why it is so? Because Atma Nama, whatever that is called as Atma Kasyachit Aprasiddhana Bhavati, is not something unknown to anyone. Here we take Atma as what? I. Simply I. It is not known to anyone. I is something that is not known to anyone. Yes or no? Everyone. Anyone also knows I. It may not be able to accept. So no. Then why should we study? So that our job is over. What for you are studying Bhagavad Gita? To know Atma. You already know I. So when you already know I, that is the rule of Shastra. Some problem is there.
Shastram tu antam pramanam asatyanyadhyavogamaatra vivartanatvena pramanatvam atmanye pratipadyate.
Say, listen now. This will be very clear. Now you will know how Shastra is taught. To know I am, we don't need the Shastra. But we have got wrong notions about it. Who is this I? Body, wrong. Mind, wrong. Buddhi, wrong. You know you are, but what is really you, I, you don't know. For that correction, what is necessary? Shastra. That should be very clear. Otherwise, to know I am, Shastra is not necessary. But we have superimposed, we have mistaken whatever that is not I, Atma, whatever that is Anatma, as I, which wrong vision has to be set right. Who can do that? I can't do on my own because I am so much convinced that I am body, etc. And if someone says you are not the body, I will question the intelligence of that person. So therefore, a more powerful pramana should be necessary, and that is what Shastra. Okay? Shastram tu antyam pramanam is the final pramana. Final pramana means what? What is final pramana? Do you know what is final pramana? Beyond which no pramana is there. Not only beyond which no pramana is there. This Shastra pramana which used to serve as pramana, once it serves the purpose, it loses the status of pramana. Do you dream? Don't dream here. You dream. In the dream, you see, hear, taste, touch, smell, or not? Yes. Which pramanas in you? Dream Indriya. Dream Indriya. Dream Indriya. Moment you wake up and know your Swarupa, there is dream pramana Indriya. God. Like that, of course, more of this will be seen afterwards. In the second chapter, around 69th verse, we will know Bhashikara himself is going to explain us. So, therefore, when you know Swarupa, Pramana, see, look here. Atma becomes the knower. Status of knower is not the intrinsic feature of Atma. It is because of identification with Antakarna. Knowing Atma means knowing Atma free from Upadhi, free from Antakarna, where Antakarna is not there, Pramata status also is not there. In Atma Jnana, Pramata status goes, that means Shastra Pramana has done the job and Pramata is not there, and therefore Pramana itself ceases to be there. Therefore it is called Antya Pramana, or we can say Antya Pramana, which is a final Pramana which gives the highest knowledge knowledge of one's own soul. Antyam Pramanam, what does it do? What is the function of this Shastra Pramanam? Atad Dharmaropanama Pranivarsakena. Nivarsakena, by removal, elimination of Aropana, superimposing. What are superimposed of what? Atad Dharma, not Tad Dharma, not Atma Dharma, not the teachers of Atma, means Anatma. Having removed the Anatma, superimposed on Atma, because the things we take the body, etc. as I say, Pramanatvam Atmani Pratipadyate, gain the status of Pramana with respect to Atma. Atmani, with respect to Atma, Pramanatvam Pratipadyate, Pramanatvam, the status of Pramana, Pratipadyate, Atmati gain. So that means this must be relatively clear. Atma is self-evident. It is not known by Pratyaksha, Agama, etc., Anumana, etc. Then what is the role of Shastra? Shastra removes the wrong notion by eliminating the Adhyastha, Anatma, and reveals the Atma in its true nature, which in the state of ignorance we have mistaken it to be something as embodiment. This is the role of Pramana, Shastra Pramana. Further to clarify,
Nadu Ajnanata Jnapaka Prenam.
whereas Shastra is not like this Pramana. It is advisable that you know the definition of Pramana. Pramana is defined as Anadhigata, Abadhita, Pramanajanakam, Pramana. Pramana is defined as Anadhigata, Abadhita, Pramanajanakam, Pramana. So, first let us take the last word. Pramajanakam Pramanam. That which produces the Pramana, the correct knowledge is Pramana. Fine? But that knowledge must be Anadhigata. Anadhigata. Not known earlier. If it is not already known, you know it. There is no need of the Pramana. Anadhigata. Abadhita. This cannot be further negated. For example, you see a rope where a snail, you see a snake where a rope is there. The snake you have seen or not? It is not Prama. But then you have not known Anadhigata, it should be Prama knowledge. No. Why not? Badhita. You bring the light and see, it is not the snake, it is the rope. Badhita gets negated. No, it should not get negated. Not known earlier, not further negated, is Pramajanakam. That which produces the such knowledge is Pramana. One more word is used, Prayojana. It should be useful, not useless thing. So now, what is the definition of Pramana? That which produces the knowledge of a thing not known earlier and which cannot be negated further. Does this definition of Pramana fit in for Shastra with respect to Atma? No. Because you know before Shastra I am. Means Atma is not Anadhigata. Atma is Adhigata already. Adhigata is Sanskrit words when used to the extent you can understand, they come repeatedly, and if you are familiar, it will be more easier afterwards. they can go on. Adhigata means known, anadhigata means not known. So Atma is not unknown. Why? Before using the pramana, you already know. From that standpoint, Shastra cannot be pramana. But how it can be pramana? By removing wrong notion about Atma, it becomes the pramana. Did you know Atma is Satchidananda? You know, then no need of Atma study. Already your job is over. No. You know you are a samsari, not as a samsari. So that's anadhigata. What anadhigata? I am Ananda Swarupa is not known, therefore it becomes the pramana. I am adhigata. It doesn't become the pramana. That is. So that is what it says. Two, how it becomes the pramana? Ajnana. How it doesn't become pramana? Natu अज्ञाता ज्ञापकत्वेन. Continue.
नतु अज्ञातार्थ ज्ञापकत्वेन.
अज्ञातार्थ ज्ञापकत्वेन शास्त्रं प्रमाणं न भवति. Shastra is not a pramana by making you know that which is ajnata means not known. That which is ajnata. So you know already. But what it makes you know? The aspects which you don't know about yourself, it makes you know, but not the existence of Atma. So that's what the Shruti is quoted, Brahadharagata.
तथापि श्रुतिः यत् साक्षात् अपरोक्षात् ब्रह्म यः आत्मा सर्वं सर्वः इति.
So Brahadharagata says, Tathacha accordingly in Shruti. Shruti means Atma is Tatasiddha, and through Shastra we come to know its true nature. What is that to say? Yes. Yes. It is Sakshat Aparokshad Brahma. Aparokshad has to be taken as Aparoksham. That which is Sakshat. Direct. Direct means self-evident. No other means in between required to know. For example, you are listening. What is necessary? Ear. Then what is necessary? Mind. Then what is necessary? Buddhi. Is it not? But to know I am. If pitch darkness somebody asks, a watchman asks, who is that? Me. Spontaneously answer comes. I know I am. I don't need Indriya, I don't need mind, I don't need buddhi. It is self-evident. In sleep, I am or not. You are there. That's how you wake up afterwards. I am, I was in the sleep. Mind was not there, buddhi was not there in this, Indriyas were not there. How did you know that you were in a sleep? Self-evident. I was. So that is what it says. Sakshat. Aparoksha. Aparoksha means Aparoksham. See, you should know this word. Pratyaksha means perceptible to the Indriya. Paroksha means that it is remote to them. A car on the road. Paroksha, remote. Microphone, pratyaksha. Neither remote nor direct. That is what. Perceptibly near what it can be. Is I remote? Away from you? No. Can you know I as this also? Can you see I? Not Chakshu. Me. You will say, yes, every day I see myself as mirror. That you are seeing body. Chaitanya Atma you can't see. So therefore, so it is not pratyaksha means Chaitanya Atma is not perceptibly available by Jnanendriya. Chaitanya Atma is not something away from us. That is what is called aparoksha. Na paroksha, na pratyaksha, that is aparoksha. This is a very important word. Moment you say aparoksha, it is nothing but I Atma. Only one vastu is there. In the world there are only two categories of things. I and this. I and this. So that I say, then aparoksham Brahma. Now I say, what is this Brahma? If it is aparoksha, that Brahma must be what? I, Atma. So that's what aparoksham. Yaha Atma. With the same that is Atma Sarvantaraha, innermost of all, independent of all, most subtle of all, Antara, not Bahya. See, how do you say Antara? Look, outside us, objects are there. That means if objects are there, not there, do I exist? No. You are sitting here. All of us left. Carpets also removed. You are still there or not? You are there. So objects are not there, still I am not. No, body is there. Acha. Body is not there, you are still there in dream. But no, mind is there, therefore I am there. In dream, mind is not there, you are there or not. Answer, more independent. Objects, Vishayas are not there, I exist. Means I am independent of Vishayas. Body is not there in dream, I exist. I am independent of gross body. In sleep, Antarkarma is not there, mind is not there, I exist. I am independent of Antarkarma. But here Ajnana is there. In Jnana, Ajnana is not there, I exist. Who is Antara? Atma. Vedanta becomes difficult because such terms are not properly explained. If you have patience, you become past master. Okay? As your topic is saying, from different standpoints, more and more clarity will come. But if starting trouble is there a problem. They say, there is a word in Sanskrit, Arambha. Ready to begin something new, but difficult to. Last Sunday, I came to know the reason why Bombay doesn't have rain. Because no rain is no student. Rain is no student. Yes, sir, last I saw so much anxiety was there. So the rain thought, they cannot come again, let them live. I think they want water in the lake, so they not in the city. So let me pour the water in the lake and let them affect the Vedanta. So, like that. So that means Antara means independent, more pervasive, more subtle, and that is what can be Atma. Even Ajnana is not there. Atma is there, Antara. Continuing.
Yasmat evam Nityaha avikriyasya Atma Tasmat Yutyasvat Yasmat Upanam Mahakashi Iti Asaha.
Yasmat evam means Atma, Sarvantaraha, independent everything, and Sat always exists, Avinashi, Nitya, so Nitya, Avinashi, Aprameya, and that's Yasmadevam. What is that Yasmadevam? Because Atma is so means Nityaha, one is indestructible, or Ikriyaha, without any change, Atma. Tasma, therefore, Yuddhasva, fight the battle. This was Yuddha, Uparapam, Makarshi, don't desist from Yuddha. Uparama is withdrawal. Don't withdraw yourself from the battle. Fight the battle. Now the problem is, Atma Nitya, why fight the battle? Don't do one thing. You have heard this Tanda 18, and therefore Tasma Virjasva, therefore fight the battle, and don't start after going home fighting with the husband, the wife, children, neighbor. Bhagavad Gita says, you just know. Bhagavad Gita has not asked to fight the battle. Fighting the battle was duty of Arjuna. Arjuna started to abandon the duty, discharge your duty. Context is so. That's why it should not be taken literally. Because people think, Bhagavad Gita asked to fight. See, it doesn't believe in Himsa. It doesn't believe in Ahimsa. It doesn't. It only tells discharge your duty. Discharge your duty. Arjuna's duty was to. If a household wife was there, please look after the only because they have listened Gita, don't abandon the house. Take care of the children. So that is how it is. So, how have a Karma Yoga attitude? First chapter will come. What attitude must be there by discharging the duty will be told. Unless you are a Jnani, one who is Jnanishta, then there is no duty for you. It's a different thing. He is not coming so soon. We will see about it afterwards. This is explained, otherwise someone can say Bhagavad Gita asked to fight. No, it was Arjuna's duty because of Shoka and Moha, wrong notion. He desisted. He is impressed upon to discharge his duty. Continue.
नहीं अत्र युद्ध कर्तव्यतः विधेयते युद्धे प्रवृत्ते एव हि असौ
प्रवृत्तः एव
असौ शोकमोह प्रतिबद्धः तूष्णीम् आसीत्.
Indeed, Atra means Bhagavad Gitayam in Bhagavad Gita. नहीं अत्र युद्ध कर्तव्यता नहीं विधीयते. That is, fighting the battle is not enjoyed. Fighting the battle is not enjoyed. Why? Yuddhe pravruttaha eva hi asau. Because asau, Arjuna, this Arjuna, Yuddhe pravruttaha eva, already engaged in the battle. Asau, Yuddhe pravruttaha eva, shoka moha pratibadha, obstructed by shoka, that is manasaha tapaha, moha viveka bhava, pratibadha, tushnimaste. He keeps quiet without fighting the battle, desists from the battle. Therefore, his duty is being reminded.
अतः तस्य कर्तव्य प्रतिबन्धापनियममात्रम् भगवता क्रियते.
Atah, therefore means battle is not enjoined, but it was duty of Arjuna, and that's why it got obstructed because of his wrong notion. So he is reminded to discharge the duty. So अतः तस्य तस्य means अर्जुनस्य कर्तव्य प्रतिबंधापनयनमात्रम्. Apanayana, removal. Only removal of kartavya pratibandha, that which was obstructing his duty, discharging the duty, bhagavata kriyate. Bhagavata kriyate. Only Lord Krishna asked him to get away from his wrong notion and discharge the duty. And from that standpoint, the Yudhashthara is a restatement of Arjuna's duty. Continue.
तस्मात् यद्यस्त्वा इति अनुवादमात्रम् न विधिः.
So therefore, only because Kartavya Pratibandha is removed, Yudhashthara is summoned by Krishna, is Anuvadamatram. Anuvada is, to take Anuvada means translation. Restatement. Anuvada is restatement of duty of who? Arjuna. Now vidhi, not a new injunction. You should fight. No vidhi. It is restatement. Arjuna's duty was to fight the battle for dharma. He resisted due to wrong notion. He is reminded, please fight the battle. You are not going to come to any harm. Now, someone may mistake, because the Yudhashthara is there, Gita Shastra asks a person to take to Pravrutti Marga. Two margas are already same. Pravrutti Marga, Nivrutti Marga. Pravrutti Marga means do and achieve. Nivrutti Marga is relinquish and discover. Discover the Swarupa. One may think that Bhagavad Gita is a Shastra which prompts to take to karma, to accomplish something. No. Bhagavad Gita is in the category of Nivrutti Marga, relinquish and then discover your Swarupa. Yes. And what about Pravrutti Marga? Pravrutti Marga has already gone by. You are in the postgraduate section. Graduation is already over. If not done, do it. Well, if Pravrutti Marga is not thoroughly taken to, you are not eligible to Nivrutti Marga. In Pravrutti Marga, dharma is very important. As a result, maturity dawns, and you find, in spite of the best of the things I can get in terms of Pravrutti Marga, I can never be contented, I can never be perfect, and therefore what? He has no more fascination for Pravrutti Marga, takes to Nivrutti Marga. Vedanta doesn't ask everyone to give up. Only person who is mature when what Sahana Sampati. Otherwise, one should take to discharge the duties with the Dharma Shastra so that maturity can be gained. So therefore Gita Shastra is not Pravrutti Shastra, it is Nivrutti Shastra, because Yudhashthara, this word can be a wrong notion that is now established here.
शोक मोहादि संसार कारणगतस्यर्थम् गीता शास्त्रम् न प्रवर्तकम् इति एतस्य अर्थस्य साक्ष्यभूतेव च आमिनाय भगवान्.
Like this, Gita Shastra is of such nature. What is nature? It is meant for Nivrutti, for the removal of Shoka Mohadi Samsara Karan. Gita Shastra is meant for ending, terminating the karana, the cause of samsara, which is comprises shoka and moha. Remember, shoka, moha or not? Don't tell openly, but you yourself find out. If you have got shoka and moha, you are the fit person for Bhagavad Gita. If not fit, become fit, okay? Because there is no other remedy for shoka moha. प्रवृत्ति मार्ग है, तो क्या करेंगे? Fulfillment of desire, तो क्या करेंगे? Not permanent solution. Permanent solution is even if kalpas pass, one day or other you have to come to Adhyatma Marg. There is no other goal. Better hasten the progress. Don't wait for kalpa, because in between lot of thappas will be there. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jagane shayanam will be there. So that's why if Jnana Vairagya etc. is not there, pray. Bhagwan थोड़ी अक्कल दे दो, right type of अक्कल दे दो. He will be happy. He will be happy to give you Vairagya. That's why they say our prayer is not by doing something, puja etc. Puja, paఠa, japa etc. Jnana Vairagya से धर्म. Jnana coupled with Vairagya. Without Vairagya, Jnana is not possible. Jnana, Vairagya. Be sincere. Bhagavan will be right. He wants to give that one. No, one did not get disaster. Oh, I am not eligible, etc. Why you are not eligible? Bhagavan is eligible to give you. But you ask for that. If you don't ask, he will not. He will keep quiet until you ask. When the child cries, mother lift. Otherwise, khelta hai na khelne do. I can see serious. So, like that. So that is it. You ask Jnana Vairagya. It will be given. So, Nivrutyartham Gita Shastra. No pravartakam. Not meant for pravrutti marga to take to the means of fulfillment of desire. Etasya arthasya. Of this artha means fact, statement. Sakshi bhute. Sakshi bhute means evidence. Evidence to this. The Bhagavad Gita is Nivrutti Shastra and not Pratyala, for which here are two mantras, which are means mantras from Kathopanishad. So, Sakshi Bhute means two mantras which serve as the evidence or corroboration to this fact that Bhagavad Gita is for Nivritti's sake and not Pravritti, for which these two mantras, Bhagavan Aminaya, Bhagavan brought, means cited, quoted, somewhere Kathopanishad. Somewhere Kathopanishad means the Bhagavan is corroborating that Bhagavad Gita is not Pravritti Marga Shastra, it is Nivartaka Shastra, by quoting two mantras from Kathopanishad.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ